Shalom, friends. Rabbi Bradley Shavit Artson here from the Ziegler School of Rabbinic Studies, American Jewish University. Just a word of something to get us through the day and to help us as we move through these challenging times. We are reading around the world Parshat Kedoshim, which is in the middle of the book of Leviticus, which is the central book of the Torah, both in terms of spirit, but also in terms of placement. It is the pinnacle of the mountaintop, and Kedoshim is a series of rules about morality. It is the place where the Torah most radically breaks free of the general idea of religion as being about ritual and about self-interest. It's not about earning a place in the next world for yourself. It's not about a bigger, better reward for yourself. It's about service. It's about relationship. It's about connection. So Parshat Kedoshim starts with these really important words. It says, Daber el kol adat b'nei Yisrael ve'amarta aleihem Kedoshim tihiyu ki kadosh ani Adonai Elohechem. Speak to all of the community of the children of Israel and say to them, you shall be holy, for I, the Holy One, your God, am holy. For the first time in history, an ideal that every single person, no exceptions, kol ha'edat, the entire community, has to be included in this mandate. All of us need to strive for holiness because each and every person, without exception, shows that image of God in the way they live in the world, in our choices that we make for each other. And then what follows are a series of rules. Some of them we would consider rituals, some of them we would consider ethical. But I want to start with the first one, the one that picks up after telling us to revere our parents, after reminding us not to make idols, both of which you recall are already established in the Ten Commandments. The first one that's really a separate individual commandment says that when you reap the harvest of your land, you don't reap to the very corners, that you leave the corners of your field available, in the words of the Torah, for the poor and the stranger, because I, the Lord, am your God. The poor and the stranger have to factor into our own spiritual health. If our spirituality causes us to turn our backs on those who are most needy, then it's broken spirit. It's evil spirit. The spirituality of the Bible is a spirituality of engagement, of discerning who has a need and how can I help fill that need. So certainly in this time of coronavirus, we all are thinking about our own safety, but even as we shelter, we're doing it so that others who might be vulnerable are less vulnerable, to be able to protect them. When we go out in the street and wear a mask, we're doing it to protect them. And it turns out they are us. We are all of us needy. We are all of us struggling with making it through this time. Are we going to have a job? Do we have enough income to take care of ourselves and those who are dependent on us? Can we find ways to receive the nurture we need and also to give it to others? You shall be holy, because I, the Lord, your God, am holy. The most radical sentence in the entire Bible and perhaps in all of religious life. God's holiness is not separate from and distant from all of us. It is manifest in each and every one of us, and our job is to see it and to make it shine. Shalom.